Let's do a little role playing here. Have you ever, you've been in somebody's company and all of a sudden, ring, or their phone rings and they pick it up and they start talking. What's the natural human inclination is to kind of eavesdrop on what it is that they're saying, right? We try our best to ignore and be polite. But I just saw a study that just said that, just people have that tendency, they can't help themselves or they can't avoid it to listen to what the person is saying. But it's tough sometimes to decipher what the conversation is about. Sometimes it's easy. So, the person picks up the phone and says, "Oh, hi, honey. Yeah, I can pick up the dessert. Can I wear what I'm wearing? No, I have to change. Okay. All right, I'll pick you up at 7 and then we'll go over to their place." Now, from that conversation, you can kind of maybe guess that they're going to go to some sort of dinner party, right? Just by some of the words dessert and that type of thing. But sometimes it's difficult. Hello? Yeah, no, that'd be good. Okay. No, I think they would like that. Okay, see you later. That's a little bit more tougher. We have no idea what they're talking about. And so I bring this analogy up because you have to understand we're now entering into a part of St. Paul's letter where he's going to address the questions that the Corinthians wrote in a letter to him. But the problem is we don't have that letter. We only have one side of the conversation. That is Paul answering the questions of the Corinthians. So really for the next 8 chapters, we're at the end of chapter 7 right now. We skipped a lot. It's going to be tough to kind of say, well, what's he talking about here? Okay. Paul obviously knows what he's talking about, and the Corinthians know what he's talking about because they wrote him the letter with the questions. But now in the year 2020, we're kind of left to decipher from just one side of the conversation what's going on here. So in today's first reading, St. Paul is talking about marriage and virginity. And again, he's saying some weird things. If you marry, however, you do not sin, nor does an unmarried woman sins if she marries. Are you bound to a wife? Do not seek separation. Are you free of a wife? Then do not look for a wife. What's going on here? Well, St. Paul's given, as he says in the very beginning of the first reading, I have no commandment from the Lord, but I give my opinion as one who by the Lord's mercy is trustworthy. That Paul is given his pastoral opinion about the state of married life and the state of virginity. And they must have had questions whether, hey, can we get married? Can we not get married? And St. Paul is really, in a nutshell, saying, well, it's up to you. Okay? Don't seek divorce from your wife. If you're married, stay married. If he says you're bound, that is, if you're in that betrothal period, okay, honor your commitment. But if you want to live a life of virginity, then I strongly encourage that. Okay? Where, again, what was the question? We don't know. Okay? We don't know the question. But at the end of this, it gets very interesting. I tell you, brothers, the time is running out. From now on, let those having wives act as not having them. Okay? No, this is not, again, Paul's not contradicting himself here. Okay. I'll explain in just a second. Let me read the rest of it. Those weeping, not as weeping. Those rejoicing, not as rejoicing. Those buying, not as owning. For those using the world has not using it fully. For the world in its present form is passing away. Really, in a nutshell, what St. Paul is saying, don't live life with a clenched, with a grasp on the things of this world, even in the sense of marriage. Have a loose grip on this life in its present form. Don't be attached so much so where you feel as if your whole life revolves around that. No, the time is running out. The Lord will come again. Our end game is salvation with the Lord. Okay, so again, St. Paul is not, promoting some sort of, guys, just do whatever you want. He's just saying, don't hold on to your marriage as if the marriage is the end game. It's not. Remember what Jesus says in the gospel about marriage, that when you die, in a nutshell, when you die, the marriage is over. Okay, you see a couple people raising their hands in excitement, all right? There's no marriage or given in marriage in the kingdom of heaven, in heaven, okay? Marriage is an earthly thing for the population of the species, okay? To keep the human race going, to increase the number of the children of God. Marriage isn't the end game. It's a way, it's a path towards heaven, but it's not the final destination. And that goes with everything in life. Everything that we have, all the material things. Don't firmly grab a hold of it and not let go. Be willing, have a light grip, a loose grip on it. Be willing to let it go. Because the time is running out. This world is passing away. May God bless you.